Did you put any more shoes in? We run our cattle on federal land part of the year. They've been out on this federal land now since about the 1st of April. Between the BLM allotment and the Forest Service allotment, there's well over 200,000 acres. And that amount of land in this country will support between 1,500 to 2,000 head of cattle.
Good thing the fence is there.
That black horse heard that water and he turned around and started coming right to the point.
That yours?
Yeah.
Bring up this
Myron.
bread. Go ahead and take mine.
No, I got it.
Oh! Oh! Old Tex and Theodore and Myron, you fellas go over and work that north part of Cabin Creek. And tell Mel and Clay where to go over there. They don't know the country. You take that North Canyon, you know. Okay. Every morning we go out and ride ride a circle. We go out to some point far end of the range, generally get up on a hill where you can see everything pretty good, and everybody splits up into ones and twos, and everybody brings all the cattle they find in. Maybe they'll start out with 5 or 10, 1 or 2, and keep it going till the time they get into the central point. Each rider might be handling anywhere from 50 to 100 head of cattle.
Hey, how you want to do this, Brad? We got them on both ridges in the canyon.
Some of them are pretty happy up there in that high country and don't have any intention of going home. And they'll pull every trick in the book to hide from you and sneak away from you and get in the brush.
Get out of here!
No, we got 22.
Oh, yeah? He's the first you run into a bunch, huh?
A few here and a few there, all the way down that canyon.
Yeah. Should I run into Fort Head right below the mine up there, right below the top of the mountain. Shit, I run them. Before I could get to them, they run down the willows, and I must just run around the willows for an hour on foot trying to get them bastards out of there. It was back and forth, around and around. I could hear about them there, but I could never see the son of a gun.
Well, I picked the first ones up just after I left you.
Yeah?
Right in that first little saddle down there.
Heck of a way to start, huh?
And then I went to the bottom. There was one down the bottom by himself, so I went down. I thought, well, I'll go down there, pick him up, and bring him back up out of there. Well, that didn't work. I went down there, and there were 6 or 8 more. So I took them down the canyon and went up to the top and took those and brought them back down. And down through them willows like you're talking about. For about a mile, 2 miles. I don't know what it is down that canyon.
About 2 miles, probably.
Here comes the foreman.
8 heads, huh? Damn. You must be really buckarooing today.
What did you expect to find?
Nothing.
4? Nothing?
Yeah. I found mine.
Well, that's
Way down, I guess.
That's 39. And Fred found 4. That's 43, pretty good gather.
So he thought he was just an old plug.
You buck good?
I've heard them too. There's that black one, that bay one, and that Palomino.
Boy, them fish really get after your feet. I ain't kidding. I don't see any fish inside in there. Well, every place has got to have them, I guess.
This bucket of water here. That gravy didn't get very done, so I have to eat it that way. It takes us about 2 weeks to gather them off the forest in the fall and drive them down to the ranch. We make two drives. You don't like too many cattle in the drive. The country out here is fenced up into allotments now. It's all fenced, but about the only difference between the way we handle the cattle now and the way they did 100 years ago, horseback, is the fact that there's fences, and we use a pickup instead of a chuck wagon. Well, they came pretty good again, huh? Got a lot better luck getting out of the field than you did the other day.
As long as you have 3 identification things on them, then you can really tell good. Sometimes, you can't tell the brand when you turn them out. And it's better to have a wattle and an earmark on all of them. The wattle's really the main thing. I just put my knife between the skin and the hide and then just kind of scrape it so it hangs. Another guy puts a hot iron on them, and then I put the earmarks on them and the wattles. Shots take care of the pneumonia and stuff, black leg. That's what they give the shots for. They castrate the bull calves so they can be steers and send to market. And a lot of times guys that cattle buyer don't really like horns on steers. If they go to the feed lot, it's so they won't hurt each other when they start a fight or something.
The cowboy is a fellow, is my estimation, one of the highest skilled people there is. You can teach a man to run a machine and you do it this way every day, but a cowboy has to use judgment every day. That's the difference between a cowboy and a man on horseback, being at the right place at the right time. If you're going to run cows and have a cow ranch, you ought to run cows and have a cow ranch and do it a horseback and not afoot. It takes a little more skill to rope a calf than it does to poke one up through the chute with a hot shot. There's even a little element of danger. People might get hurt and excitement. It's just a lot better way to do it than to make complete drudgery out of it.